welcome back to another episode of Media Strikes Back.
Episode 3.
Back.
Yeah, the back, and a lot of blue.
Blue.
Check us out today, hey? I like blue because whenever we wear blue, it brings out my eyes. Isn't that sweet? I'm being romantic to myself.
I know. Should I leave? You guys need to get a room. You and your
Yeah,
son
I need to get a room. Me and my mic. Yep.
What do we have today, JD? Tell
What
the
do
people.
we have? We've got heaps today, like absolutely heaps, and it's something a little bit different today as well. So we've got
We have a lot of
artists.
just the usual. The talented people of Melbourne.
Well, yeah, there's so much. I don't know how we managed to squeeze it all in so many episodes.
That's right. And today's Media Strikes Back episode, we have Julian Simonsz. We also have Cathleen and
we have Victorian Star or Victoria
Victoria
Star,
is the name
which
of the
is
boat.
the name of the boat, and it was the Newbies. Is
The
that
Newbies,
right?
yeah,
the Newbies.
The Newbies
So
Australia.
it's not a band. It's not a band, guys.
The Noobs.
The Noobs.
Newbies.
Might start a band.
Well, let's wait and we'll just show them what Newbies is all
Yeah,
about.
I think so. And if you stay tuned, you will see exactly what it is, and it might even interest you guys.
Exactly. We're not really newbies anymore.
We're not really newbies, but for
if we
those
wanna meet
out
new
there
newbies,
that are watching tonight,
Yep.
and they are newbies,
Yep.
they'll go,
Hey,
I'll
that's right.
get into that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go straight to Julian Simonsz,
Yes.
and let's look at this very talented man.
Hi, my name is Julian Simonsz, and this is an acoustic version of my new single, I Do It For You. Girl, you're the only one that knows just how to treat me so right. Girl, got this feeling that your love is gonna reach me tonight. I wanna make you proud. I wanna scream your name so loud. 'Cause you're the air I breathe, honey. You're the reason that I sing, and so I give you everything. You know how to get me through, and I'm loving everything that you do. You're the only thing that's really true. Yeah, you would do it for you. I'd do it for you. Oh, I don't know just where I'd be without you, darling. Oh no. So I'm gonna work all night and day to give you all that you want. I wanna make you proud. I wanna scream your name so loud. 'Cause you're the air I breathe, honey. You're the reason that I sing, and so I give you everything. You know how to get me through, and I'm loving everything that you do. You're the only thing that's really true. Yeah, you do it for you. I do it for you. Let me love you. Oh, let me be the strong one. I'll do it for you. And you just gotta hold on. You know how to get me through, and I'm loving everything that you do. You're the only thing that's really true.
Yes, it was a very, very interesting story because you went on The Voice this year, and yeah, I was lucky enough to actually have witnessed your audition, and which we just figured out before. And yeah, you didn't know that they were going to bring her on the stage?
No, not at all. It caught me by surprise. I mean, I just remembered, like, I finished singing and then suddenly Joel went to the corner and grabbed my wife and she came on stage, and yeah, it was pretty crazy.
So everything happened in January. So you got married, you got on The Voice, and how was that experience for you?
Oh, it was mind-blowing. It was like the most hectic week I've ever had in my life. Like we had the wedding here in Melbourne on Saturday, and then halfway through the week, even like the day before the wedding, I had to fly up to Sydney to do like a sound check and stuff. And then the blind audition was on Wednesday, and then we got married in Sri Lanka. We had a ceremony in Sri Lanka that Saturday coming up. So yeah, it was busy.
Wow. And like, did you meet a lot of people, and how did that experience affect you to this day now?
Like on the show?
Yeah, like after the show, the aftermath, after, you get all this publicity and, everything happens so fast. What was the aftermath of that? Like, how did you maintain that?
Basically, I had to make the most of what I did on the show, and I didn't want it to sort of die out, which I think you can easily fall into a trap. Like some people would like to take a break and stuff, but I knew that I had to make the most of it, and with the amount of publicity and exposure I had on the show, it was just pretty much straight into the studio and try and pump out some tracks and get an EP ready.
So what was the inspiration for this EP? What's the style? What's the direction you're going in?
This EP is probably based around the themes around love and different aspects and scenarios of love. So that's what I was aiming for.
Well, what's an example of maybe one track that you can tell me what it's about? What angle of love?
Okay. Well, my single that I just released, which is called "I Do It For You," it's based around appreciation towards someone dear to you, someone loved one, whether it's your partner or someone in the community. And it's nice that how some people do things for you, and it's nice to do it back to them. So that's why it's called "I Do It For You."
It's really important, isn't it? Because a lot of people take and sometimes may not know how to give back, or can't find the right things to do, would you say?
Yeah, true. I mean, sometimes you can take things for granted, just the little things that happen in life. So it's good to notice these things, so people appreciate it as well. So, yeah.
So with obviously recording this EP, you didn't do it on your own. You did it with some help. And that would be of Michael, like you said?
Yeah, I had the privilege of working with some amazing producers, M2, Michael Penta and Mike Adello, and those guys are amazing in the studio, and it was so good to just have that different aspect of, just different frame of mind, just working with music. And, sometimes you can get stuck doing what you do, and it was just good to have like new ideas and stuff, and we just worked well together, so I was really happy with the result.
Would you say that you had like a base idea down of what you wanted and they captured that, or you guys worked together to create something?
I mean, we sat down, we had a couple of meetings, and we talked about what themes we were going to base this EP around, and especially with the single release. And these guys saw me on the show and stuff, so they knew what type of artists they were looking at. So yeah, we gelled together, so it was good.
Obviously you're doing so many things, and there's just so much going on for you at the moment because it's been such a big year. I want to ask, what do you do on your time off? Like, when you do get time off, other than music?
I've got a little small business which I run on eBay and stuff, and I think my time away from everything is I've got a couple of project cars that I just spend a lot of time doing that, fixing up cars and stuff. So yeah.
Nice. It's just something, or everyone needs something to get their mind off things. But it also inspires you to do what you do. So exactly. Well, thank you so much for chatting to me today. Best of luck with the EP, the album, the tour, and everything you're doing. It's only the beginning for you, I think.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much for having me today.
Thanks, Julian.
Strikes Back.
Saying that, welcome back. It just it rolls, you know.
It does roll because it's got back and it's got back. We keep talking about back.
Welcome back to MSB. Hey,
Oh,
that's
look,
right.
he's found a new
That
notion.
doesn't sound too weird. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed Julian Simonsz, the man.
The man.
The man. I think he's the next Justin Timberlake. He's just got that
Oh,
thing
he's
on his
putting it
voice.
out there. He's putting it out there.
He's
He's
gonna get that
going to
dance
be
move.
sitting at home going, don't put that name on me.
Don't say that. I told you, don't say that.
We love you, man.
Yeah, that's
Keep
right.
up the good work. But now we've got something new
To show
of
you.
the newbies.
That's right. All right, guys. The MSB crew went on board the Victoria Star and checked out what the Newbies is all about.
We certainly did, and I'm sure you guys at home,
Are
especially
wondering
if
what
you
the hell
are newbies,
What are these two on about Newbies, man? I want to know. I want to know.
they're probably thinking it's like these little minions that you've got on your t-shirt.
Yep.
Let's have a look.
I'm here with Ben Webster, who's the founder of the Newbie International Party Boat Cruise. So Ben's story is pretty unique, and he's going to tell us a little bit about how he came to create Newbie International and what it does for people who are new to Melbourne. So how long have you actually been in Melbourne, Ben?
I've been in Melbourne myself for about 2 years.
And where were you from originally?
A place called Wollongong in New South Wales.
And why did you move down to Melbourne?
I actually moved here for a girl. And I moved here, and within a couple of weeks she actually got offered a job flying internationally with Qantas. And that was her dream. And we'd only met each other for a couple of months. And I made a pretty big move moving to Melbourne, but my move was also to see how the relationship developed, but also because I'd heard so much about Melbourne. I'd been here as well. I love sport. I love the social life, and decided to,
Make the most of it, of your Melbourne time.
to make the most of my time here in Melbourne. I think it was the next chapter in my life, and to give her the opportunity to follow her dreams, and
So we're here on the cruise with Kaya and Kate, who have been in Melbourne for how long, ladies?
5 months. So 5 months and 3 months.
And how did you hear about tonight's event?
Through the meetup group, Newbies in Melbourne. So yeah.
So we're here today. We've got Jude from China and Perry and Laura from New Zealand. They're here on the cruise and having a fantastic night. Loving life. How's it all going tonight, guys? Tell us a bit about your night so far.
Well,
Awesome.
between the three of us, we've probably pushed the boat out too far tonight. But
Okay.
excuse the pun. Yeah, we get in there. It's good. Great facilities. Enjoyed the night so far.
Okay, so we're here with Tyson and Julian. And Tyson is from Melbourne and Julian is from
Friends.
France. How did you guys find out about tonight's boat cruise?
Oh, how did we find out? It's like kind of my flatmate, and she was sick, so I had to invite someone else. I'm the fill-in. Yeah,
He's a fill-in.
but it's a good feeling.
Well, so far. The night's still young.
So tell me a little bit about how you found out about tonight.
Well, we've been in this Newbies group for a year since we first moved to Melbourne. We lived in the UK and we came here. Sorry, my voice. I went to the football last night, so my voice is a bit dodgy. But yeah, we moved over here and we didn't know any people, so we thought we want to find a way of meeting some people. So we joined this Newbies group, and it's been really great for us. We've made a lot of good friends, and it's been really good.
Sounds like a good mix of people. You must have had a lot of interesting stories to tell about the different events. What are some of the different events that you've held as part of Newbies International?
look, the very first event we had, it was at a place called Wonderland Bar on Chapel Street, because I actually discovered it through an app called, this is how I was trying to find people as well. It was called the Happiest Hour app, and I'd plug in, where I am, and it would bring up all these happy hour specials. So I would just walk around Melbourne checking all the different happy hour places.
That sounds
And
a
my
bit
favourite-
dangerous.
Yeah, and it would tell you like the cheapest meals, and I found this place called the Wonderland Bar right near Windsor Station. It was like $3 for a beer, and I was like, this is fantastic. So I decided to have it there, and our first event, 25 people turned up, and I just went, wow, there's definitely a need for this, and it's just got bigger and bigger and bigger.
So we've got Sarah and Emma here from Ireland, and they are self-confessed the most interesting people here at this cruise tonight. Why is that?
Well, we only got here 2 days ago. We found out about this party on the plane on the way over. So and we're Irish, and we're the most interesting people in the world, the Irish. So.
How do you find out about an event like this on the plane? How did that process go?
We were able to get Wi-Fi on the plane, so I was on Facebook and I liked the Newbies in Melbourne page, so I was on the plane, so I liked it, and then saw the event, tagged her, and then we were like, we're definitely going. So we got the tickets yesterday.
Here I've got Benny, who is the events coordinator of Newbies International. He's going to tell us a little bit about the event tonight and how excited they are that everyone's come to join us on the party boat cruise. So Benny, are you happy with the turnout tonight?
Yeah, no, I'm pretty stoked about tonight. Like, this is our second boat cruise that we've run. The last boat cruise we had a turnout of about 280 people, and this time we've reached 330, so just under full house, but no, everyone's having a great time, which is brilliant.
Fantastic. And what other kinds of events do you run with Newbie International? What is the feedback you've had from some of those events as well?
We do all sorts of social events. Myself, along with Ben Webster, the director of Newbies, we run tours, we run social events, nightclubs, breakfasts. We do absolutely anything that involves people meeting people, making new friends, and becoming a group here in Melbourne and making new friends and having a good time.
Hannah, what have you seen that's made you laugh tonight?
I've seen all the Irish get together and sing amazing drunk drinking songs. I've seen the English people run across the room and hug and talk about rugby. And then I've seen the loners on the side of the rooms come together, meet and mingle. And that's what Newbies is about, meeting new people, having fun in Melbourne. That's why we love it here.
That's what it's all about. That's what Newbies International are really bringing everyone together. Any cute boys? Any matchmaking going on?
Oh, there's a bit of eye candy. There's a Germans. Hot Germans out there.
Oh dear. So here you've heard it first, folks. There's some matchmaking going on tonight, bit of everything. Will you come to another event? Do you think it's a good idea?
Definitely. I can't wait for the next event.
And have you guys met lots of cool people so far?
Yeah, look, we were just chatting to a group of German guys before. Lovely guys, and they were they were here as students. They were doing a bit of work. They were sort of, we had a few drinks with them and sort of explained about the service that we offer. But yeah, no, it's a great night. Some great people here. Everyone's getting a bit loose, having a few drinks. So it's always fun. Saturday night in Melbourne is great.
So you guys are having fun. What's your overall feeling of the night?
One of great success. We're going to have a good night, have a few drinks, and see where it takes us.
What's your funniest story so far from tonight?
There's a guy from Madagascar on the boat. I didn't think Madagascar was a real place. I thought it was just a film.
You heard that? There's someone from Madagascar floating around somewhere tonight. We might have to find him. Was he cute though?
He was okay.
Just say yes. He might watch this. Say yes.
Okay. He's lovely. Yeah, he's a hottie.
So how do people find out about all these events that Newbie International run? Things like this party cruise. How do you promote these events?
So I started the group through a social networking site called Meetup, which is the site that my boss was using for her group. And I've also really tapped into obviously Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and a lot of it's actually just by word of mouth. I just get around and talk to people in the streets. Yeah, very, very simple like that. I'm actually working with a guy at the moment to actually build my own site, and that will incorporate some of the other stuff that we do, like we help people with accommodation, employment, basically anything that is to do with someone arriving in a city. At the moment, I'm focusing obviously very much on Melbourne, calling it international so that we could move it to other cities. I'm actually looking to take it to Sydney in a couple of months, and then getting around to other cities in Australia, and then obviously getting over to getting overseas.
So it's all happening here tonight on the cruise. Everybody's having a fantastic time on the Newbie International boat cruise. These guys sure know how to throw a party. We've got people here from all over the world. We've met Liam. Liam is from the UK. Are you having a good night, Liam?
Oh, it's a fantastic night. I think Ben's done a really, really good job. Newbies International, brilliant time. Can't wait for the next one.
Back to
Welcome
MSB.
back, MSB.
That's right.
Well, Cathleen Gia.
Yes, designer, wedding gowns.
Yeah, wedding gowns. I'm not
No
too sure that
dresses.
I need a wedding gown, not just yet.
Not
but
just yet? I think you'd look good with the tails and
I would.
flowy,
And you know what?
flowy gown.
You'd be a great flower girl. I think that
That's
would
right,
suit.
I would be, actually.
You would, yeah. Throwing petals. I
I'm
can
good
see
at
it now.
everything, so it wouldn't
I can
really
see
matter.
it now. Well, you know, if ever the day does happen for me, you have to be my flower girl.
Yeah, sure. I will hold your flowers for you, JD. As long as I get to walk down the aisle.
And we'll hire Cathleen Gia.
Yep.
Too easy.
Exactly.
All right, Cathleen, line it up. Start booking it in. Start designing my dress and his flower girl dress, please.
All right, guys, let's check out Cathleen Gia.
Let's do it.
Hi guys, I'm sitting here with Cathleen Gia, vintage wedding gown designer. She has some stunning pieces that you'll see in a moment. Why vintage, darling?
It's just different. I think especially in bridal, it's lacking that in the marketplace. And with vintage, it's a bit more relaxed, and I think it really suits the Australian market. So.
And fabric-wise, is there a vintage fabric, or is it the traditional, I guess, silk?
You definitely use a lot of silk and laces. It's more about the details in the gown, so a lot of relaxed structures, and so it's not so traditional bridal gown. So we do, yeah.
And I see you're wearing a gorgeous headpiece there. It's very sparkly. Did you make that yourself too?
I did, yeah. So we make our headpieces in-house as well, so everything is really hands-on, and yeah, that's one of them. One-stop shop.
One-stop shop, everything you need, veils, shoes.
We are actually getting shoes in.
No way.
Yeah,
Okay.
so a brand called Jackie Shoes. So she just recently been picked up by Oprah, actually. Yeah.
Must be pretty good then.
Yeah, and
to have that ambassador.
we're gonna bring her shoes in our store, so that will be exciting for our brides. Very vintage inspired as well.
Oh, and just spare yourself the hassle. One-stop shop, that is so appealing, particularly for me because I recently got engaged and I'm very much in market. And you know what? It's so overwhelming for choice. Where do you start? Give us bride-to-be some advice.
Where do you start? You know what? I'm on the same boat. I just got engaged as well. So, and having said that, it is a lot harder to know where to start when it's actually your own wedding. But give yourself as much time as you can.
Oh my goodness, I can imagine for you. So you've been doing this for quite a while, right?
I've been in the bridal industry for about 7 years. So I haven't always had my own label, but I've definitely been in it for about that time. So, and I love it.
What's been the hardest thing, I think, from working for people to starting your own label?
I think it's the fear of not knowing what's going to happen when it's your own label. When it's someone else's, it's always their business, their pressure. You work with them, and obviously you're going to, be very professional. But
then you go home at 5. Exactly. Whereas if it's your own business, I'm sure you've got some sleepless nights that you come across.
It's 24/7.
Oh gosh.
24/7. But I love it. So.
But you love it, and honestly, if you don't have the passion, then that'd make things a lot harder. So that's absolutely wonderful. So what are the first things you should ask when you're custom making a bridal dress?
Look, I always get a sense of what their wedding's going to be like, whether they're having a big affair or having a little intimate wedding, where the location is. You get an idea of what sort of style they want, and yeah, go from there.
Gosh, there's so much choice. How do you narrow it down?
You know what? It's funny because you actually see a glow on the bride's face. It is actually true. It's not an urban myth. When they find the perfect dress, you see that glow, and you just know exactly what it is.
That's it. And they also say sometimes that the first dress you try on is usually the one you ended up with. Is that true in many cases?
It actually is, yeah. If I've had a few first dress and they always come back to it, it's funny like that, and you end up going out just comparing different designs. But
it's like they say, go with the gut. Maybe that's what it is. That's the first dress, just go with the gut.
Just go with it, yeah, that's it.
Is it difficult working with different shapes?
Not really, because I mean everyone's really different. One size 8 to another size 8, completely different proportions. So, you know, we do a lot of fitting, so we can definitely cater for that. But yeah.
So you can customize. For instance, if you've got a very small chest and you don't want to sort of bring attention to that, or if you've got a really big bust, what are some little tricks that you can tell us?
I think especially with larger busts is try not to hide it too much, because the more you try to hide it, the more obvious it is that you have a bigger bust. I find a lot of bigger bust brides, high necklines just doesn't work for them because you can actually tell they're trying to hide something.
Wow.
Just embrace your body.
Embrace it all the way. So bride-to-bees, or if you want to, apparently, if you're already married and you have your dress, you can come into Kathleen Gia's store in Elstonwick, just off Glen Huntly Road there, and you can reinvent it. You can make it into anything you want. You can even get it dyed and wear it out again. Why not? Why is it collecting dust in your wardrobe? Bring it back out.
That's right.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
We'll see you soon.
Well, we hope you enjoyed this episode of Media Strikes Back.
We certainly do, and you know the drill, guys. Go and check us out. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, we're all over the place.
That's right, and if you want to see previous episodes of Media Strikes Back, you can go to our website, which is www.mediastrikesback.com.
Do it right now.
Do it. Also, we're going to be back in
We're going to be back in Jan. So
Yeah.
we're having a little bit of a break.
Yeah, Christmas break, give everyone a break from us.
Yeah. You can go out.
But we're going to have
stay with
everyone
your
so you can
family.
see some of the other episodes as well. So, yeah.
So, you know, if
Don't
you
be too
don't
sad.
have the internet,
Yeah.
just wait.
Yeah, just
Reruns
wait.
will be on.
Exactly.
And then, of course, MSB will be back.
In January 2015.
Yeah, bigger, better than ever.
That's right.
We'll see you next time.
Just get bigger and bigger.
Yeah, it is getting bigger and bigger.
Anyway, guys, have a good night. We'll
And
see
Merry
you
Christmas.
When we see you, I guess.
Bye.